Coming up on 69 News at noon, the 42nd U.S. Senior Open is in full swing with the Lehigh Valley taking center stage. Professional golfers from the U.S. and beyond and their fans have taken over Saucon Valley Country Club's old course. That includes Chester County native Jim Furyk. He's hoping to add his name to the illustrious list of players who defended their Senior Open title. The purse for this week's event is worth $4 million.
Your world, your news. This is 69 News, live at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Jaciel. Cordoba. Saucon Valley has become the first course to hold the U.S. Senior Open 3 times with this year's event. Over the years, 8 professional and amateur USGA championships were held here. The first U.S. Senior Open held here was 30 years ago. Another one came in 2000, 12 years later. Then it was the U.S. Women's Open that came to town in 2009. But before that, there was the 1951 U.S. Amateur. Over a dozen courses across the U.S. have hosted more events. And as we circle back around today's event, the rain through this afternoon has not stopped players from playing golf. Gates opened at 7, and Reid has been here with me since early this morning covering the event, and she's spoken to a number of officials who have shared the amount of work it takes to get an event like this into play. She joins us now with more. Allie.
Right, Jaciel, how exciting is this? And also, just how amazing has this morning been? Jaciel, Eve and I have been hanging out throughout the morning. Now Jaciel and I throughout the afternoon. And as you can see behind me, a number of golfers really just getting ready as the driving range is directly behind us. This really is just a years-long process. What you're about to hear in the story that's about to air, this actually began back in 2016, prepping for today's event. So it's been a years-long process to make this all possible. Another national championship is back in the Lehigh Valley.
We're just very excited that here we are again 13 years later. A lot of work goes behind this.
In 2009, we welcomed the U.S. Women's Open Golf Championship at the Saucon Valley Country Club. A few years later, in 2016, the club was ready to sign the papers once again to get the ball in motion to host a future event.
I'm very proud of that, very proud that I was president when we were negotiating with the United States Golf Association to invite them back here to host one of their events.
5 years of hard work all came to a head Thursday morning. Chuck Lawson was one of the first to walk through the gates at 7 a.m., here to see one person in particular, Dave McNabb.
They asked him to tee off because he's kind of a local guy, so he was the first one. It's kind of an honorary position for him.
The USGA welcomed 2 local players to tee off first. Dave McNabb of Malvern was one of them. While the rain kept steady for a majority of the morning, the people who truly loved the sport were out braving the elements.
Just watching him play, it's difficult conditions. It's very hard, but you know, it's an honor for those guys to be here.
The rest of the week is looking up, bringing much sunnier conditions for event goers. It's looking up for the Lehigh Valley too, as a championship of this size brings in money to go right back to the community.
We're going to have a beautiful long weekend. We feel that it generates about $25 to $30 million of economic boost for the entire economy.
Now, that's a large amount of money, to say the least, right? And that's the exciting part here. While the country club is bringing in tens of thousands of people from not only right here in the Lehigh Valley, but all over the country, it really is exciting that a lot of the restaurants and shops nearby, both at the Promenade as well as in Bethlehem and a number of other towns in the area, they're really starting to see the impact of what it's like to have a large championship like this right here in the Lehigh Valley. So again, having an event of this caliber really is just going back right here to the Lehigh Valley, and that's what makes this event so special. Now, Jaciel, I'm going to send it back over to you, but I'm going to be talking with you in just a little bit.
Thank you, Allie. Give yourself some extra time if you're going to be driving near the U.S. Senior Open. Saucon Valley Road is restricted to local traffic only between Bingen Road and Apple Tree Lane. That's because the road is closed from Apple Tree Lane to Route 378 in Upper Saucon Township. Police advise people to use Black River Road as an alternative to get to 378. And be aware, too, of shuttle buses will be traveling from Lehigh University's Goodman campus to the country club. Officers will be out to help with traffic control. Well, rain has been the word of the morning, and now let's head over to Kathy Crane. It has let up a little bit out here at the golf course right now, Kathy.
Yes, it has, and it will continue to let up. As a matter of fact, take a look at downtown Allentown. Yeah, it's overcast, but we don't have those downpours that we were seeing all morning long. Right now here on South Mountain, it's 62 degrees with a little bit of cloud cover out there. And current conditions, we will see a little bit of Philadelphia with some showers still, and it's not heavier rain. It's just a couple of sprinkles as we head up to a high of 70 degrees. A few leftover drops, drier later on today. This is what the culprit is. It's a narrow band of steadier rain that moved through 1 to 2 inches in spots. You can see that band very, very slowly moving its way over to the east, and that should be out of here very shortly. But take a look at where that band set up. Reading over 1 inch of rain, Mount Pocono over 1.5 inches. So definitely the band is going to break up very, very quickly by about 3. And then you can't believe how beautiful it's going to be. Overnight low tonight, 57. Nice on Friday, nice on Saturday, Sunday. A little bit more cloud cover, but Monday, a different story. I'll break it all down in just a few minutes. Jaciel, back to you.
Thank you, Kathy. We'll have much more on the 42nd U.S. Senior Open in just a bit. First, we'll hand things off to Karen Millette with a look at the top news of the day. Karen?
Thanks, Jaciel. A search for a missing man in the Delaware River continues this afternoon. Christopher Schofield went into the water Tuesday night in Monroe County, trying to swim to the New Jersey side. Since then, the National Park Service has been using boats to scour the Delaware. He was last seen in an area of the river near Kittany Point in Warren County. His family was there as crews searched yesterday. They're asking for people to keep a lookout in the area. It's been almost a month since a Monroe County woman has gone missing. State police have since joined the search for 45-year-old Dana Smithers. Searchers were out looking for clues in Glen Park and Stroudsburg yesterday. Police say doorbell camera video shows her leaving a friend's house on May 28th. Her family hasn't heard from her since. Police found Smithers' cell phone, wallet, and medication in her Stroudsburg home. A Montgomery County woman accused of killing 3 people in a crash is headed to trial. Jayana Webb is facing a slew of charges in the deaths of 2 state troopers and an Allentown man. Authorities say she was drunk when she hit troopers Martin Mack and Brandon Siska, who were helping Reyes Oliveras on the side of I-95 in Philadelphia 3 months ago. All but one charge against her was held for court. Her formal arraignment is scheduled for July 13th. A guilty plea in a deadly New Year's Day crash in Allentown from last year. Lazarus Roldan is charged in the deaths of 22-year-old Keisha Cora and her 1-year-old son. Police say he was speeding when he hit a car on South 8th Street. He then fled the scene after talking with an off-duty state trooper who happened upon the crash. 2 other people in the car were seriously hurt. Roldan will be sentenced September 1st. The Reading community and beyond are remembering a beloved public servant. Funeral services are underway for Jeff Waltman, who spent decades over a number of administrations helping to make Reading a better place. A viewing was held for him yesterday in West Reading. A legacy fund has been established in his memory. That money will go to recreation and youth activities, including a kiddie pool at his favorite park.
With the priority, because of his grandchildren, he very much used the Schlegel pool and was very passionate about the fact that we needed to have a baby pool constructed.
And councilperson Goodman Hinnerschitz called Waltman the North Star to the city of Reading, saying he was always their guiding light and dependable. He was 58 years old. There's a reason the U.S. Golf Association loves Saucon Valley so much. We'll dig a little deeper into why it likes returning to this golf course and its community. 69 News at noon from the course. We'll be right back.
We're live at the start of the U.S. Senior Open here on the old course at Saucon Valley Country Club. The course is no stranger to hosting USGA events. 69 News reporter Bo Koltnow, I believe, has more on what makes this course so special for the UGA.
Well, Jaciel, behind you, we have the practice range. Behind me, we have the practice putting green. You can see it's getting a lot of use, even on a cold, rainy, early spring morning. And, you know, we've said it over the past several days, this course has gotten a lot of use by the USGA over the years. The third time the U.S. Senior Open has been here. That's a record. This is also the 8th USGA event Saucon Valley Country Club has hosted. Only 13 courses across the country have done it more. And again, it started all the way back in 1951 with the U.S. Amateur, the last USGA event to be held here, the 2014 Amateur. So why does the USGA like this course so much? Well, for starters, the course itself. It's hard. It plays difficult. It's in a championship level all year round, even for members. So when the USGA comes in, they don't have to do a lot of tweaking to make this more difficult for players. Now, another reason, perhaps even a bigger reason, crowd support. People come out to this. They get big galleries of people. There's a lot of energy, and players feed off that energy. The USGA feeds off that energy. Television crews feed off that energy. It makes for a more fun tournament to not only watch, but to also be in. And earlier today, I spoke with USGA Director of Championship Content, Mike Trostel, about that energy.
When the grandstands are packed on Saturday and Sunday afternoons, you know, for that huge roar to come up and just explode when someone makes a big birdie putt in the back nine, and the one that might decide the championship on the 18th hole, like Eunhee Ji felt in 2009, that's what makes this place so special, is that it kind of builds that culmination on Friday afternoon.
And even here on Thursday morning, a rainy Thursday morning, you can see, Jaciel, there are people here. A steady stream of fans have been here all morning long, kind of braving this cold weather. But I think that's really going to change. As Kathy just mentioned, we're going to have a spectacular weekend. And I think the last time the U.S. Senior Open was here, more than 150,000 people came out for it. So that energy, that buzz, that's sure to be here today and through Sunday. Talk to you in a bit, Jaciel.
All right, Bo, yeah, the rain is not affecting these diehards. Behind me, as you can see, they're practicing for their tee times today. I see Ernie Els will be taking his tee time at 2:04 this afternoon out here at Saucon Valley. And today may be rainy, but that's not the case for the entire duration of the U.S. Senior Open. Kathy will be back with a look at your full AccuWeather forecast when we come back. Welcome back to our live coverage from the Saucon Valley Country Club as the 42nd U.S. Senior Open continues right in front of us. Allie and I have been here all morning, and Bo has been covering preparations leading up to the event all week. And we are all here together now. And what are your experiences? What do you think of what you've covered so far?
Well, can I talk about what our experience has been like this morning, Jaciel?
You sure can.
It's been so exciting. I mean, this morning we really kicked things off. Eve was here with us, and it was just fun. We were out here taking pictures, posting to social media, as a number of people have seen on Facebook, and I've just been having a really nice time. This is the first time in a long time we've done a live show from out in the field in the elements. Have you been enjoying it?
I don't know why we don't do this more often. I enjoyed it as well. It was,
management.
It was so nice to be just outside, breathing the fresh air, and at a very significant, prestigious event like this.
It's pretty cool behind us, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've gotten a really nice view all morning long.
I've been worried about talking too loud all morning because they're right behind us, but this is a driving range, so maybe not as seriously that you have to be so quiet.
Well, Bo, I learned about golfing etiquette this morning. They said, yes, you need to be a little bit quieter than normal, something that I'm working on myself, but we're getting there. It's all good.
And you know, one thing neat about this tournament is that once the ball is hit and you make a great shot, the crowd can erupt. You can get the applause, you can get the roar, and that's what the the USGA likes. That's what fans like. That's what the clubs like. That's what players like.
Yeah.
And so if we can get some really good weather and some pretty dramatic golf this week, we should be able to have that. It's just been so neat to be here all week and kind of see how this has started from the grounds crew and how they do the different cuts around the green to make the rough a little more difficult further out, how they mow the green several times a day to make it a little slicker, and just kind of all the thought process that goes into it. It's just been so fun. And then all the volunteers, 1,800 volunteers are here, most of them local, just because they want to experience this. And it's just been so neat to see. And again, it's raining right now, but that should clear out, and we should have a great week.
What do you think of the media tent that they had for us? Isn't that cool?
It's pretty nice. We get to watch some of the games. There's a number of other tournaments happening across the country as well, one in Maryland right now too. So yeah, lots just going on in the golf world currently, and we're all here taking it all in. Bo's been here for the last couple of days. He's really gotten to experience it, which is really exciting.
The food has been great. Snickers ice cream bar, M&M ice cream sandwich.
It's been amazing.
It's been really good. All right, let's toss over to Kathy. She's got to look at the forecasts.
All right, thank you very much. It looks like you guys are having a great time. Live look from over Allentown from the PPL Center. It's cloudy. And really, folks, at this point, the rain has stopped in a lot of areas. Still going on in some spots. A closer look, Quakertown, you're at 62, 61 in Lehigh, Tamaqua at 62. Today's high going up to 70 degrees. It will be on the cooler side. And we've been tracking, yes, that narrow band of steadier rain that's moving through that created 1 to 2 inches of rain in spots. And right now, it looks like that is going to dissipate very, very quickly, leaving us with a pretty nice night. Overnight low tonight, 57 degrees, partly cloudy and comfy. And for the AM rush, no, we won't have a thunderstorm there. We will have clear skies. Clear skies for tomorrow night, Saturday, Sunday. And then the cold front moves in. We do have a cold front that's going to be moving through Monday evening with a lot of rain. And then Tuesday afternoon, we clear out and cool down again. Very comfortable. That will take the humidity and the heat away for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So for temperatures, yeah, we'll be about average or a little bit below average when that cold front moves through. Again, future rainfall totals, apart from today's totals, we could see still about a ½ inch or so, so be on the lookout for that. Today's high, 70 degrees. If you're headed out, I think you can keep that umbrella at home for the U.S. Senior Open. And overnight low tonight, very nice, 57 degrees. The extended AccuWeather forecast for tomorrow, warmer and more humid and mostly sunny skies. We love sunny skies on Saturday and Sunday. A little bit more cloud cover on Sunday, mainly cloudy and cooler, but still humid with a thunderstorm as that cold front moves through on Monday. Mostly pleasant, though, Tuesday and Wednesday. Very nice and warmer on Thursday. And 69 News at noon. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The first round of the U.S. Senior Open is underway this afternoon. 156 golfers are vying for the top prize, including Westchester's Jim Furyk. He was raised in Lancaster County and happens to be the defending champion. He's hoping to join Miller Barber, Gary Player, and Alan Doyle as the only players to win back-to-back Senior Opens. Furyk is in town for this just days after being cut from the U.S. Open.
I've been a little worried just about energy, and making sure I didn't wear myself out this week. But it's a little of both. I mean, the U.S. Open kind of takes a lot out of you, both mentally and physically, because it is so demanding. But then to go ahead and play 2 of those in a row is, there is some like, okay, I need to recharge a little bit.
So far this week, Furyk is still in the tournament. The low scores and ties make the cut after the second round. This year's purse is worth $4 million. While people are at the U.S. Senior Open to watch golf, there's more entertainment than that at the course. 69 News Sports Director Dan Mascaratolo checked out the 19th hole yesterday.
And I saw this, it took my breath away.
A shared sentiment among many of the patrons to stop by the 19th hole, a unique addition to this year's U.S. Senior Open at Saucon Valley Country Club. Oh! The space, normally reserved for corporate hospitality, but they moved closer to the course, opening up a good chunk of real estate for something different.
We wanted to create a festival in the middle of a championship, and that's what we've been able to do because we're in the middle of the 3 finishing holes.
If you're looking for something other than golf-related activities, the 19th hole has you covered.
CF Martin sponsoring concerts with the Craig Thatcher Band. We have Wind Creek sponsoring social gaming. We've got Yingling with their 1829 bar.
A lively atmosphere as the players come down the home stretch at 16, 17, and 18.
This place will be rocking, and the energy will be electric.
An environment you think of on fall Sundays, right here through this Sunday.
The USGA allowing us to stretch the limits a little bit and take them into areas that they've never participated in. So we're so grateful to the USGA for allowing us to be able to do it, an idea like this.
At Saucon Valley Country Club, Dan Mascartolo, 69 Sports.
My name's not on the list.
And if you can't make it to the course, you can check out the tournament this afternoon. It will air on the streaming service Peacock starting at 2 o'clock. So subscriptions not needed to watch the U.S. Senior Open. A recorded version will air on the Golf Channel starting at 10:30 tonight. And we should mention Rich Lerner from the Golf Channel is expected to be here. He's a former WFMZ sports guy, and now he's with the network. In the meantime, you can also head to our website, WFMZ.com, for everything related to the U.S. Senior Open. Live coverage from the course continues at 4 o'clock here on WFMZ TV. You can also watch us on our app, 69 News Plus. We'll be right back. That wraps it up from the site of the U.S. Senior Open. We'll be back at 4 with more live coverage from here. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.